Hi, and welcome to the first ever episode of Teenish.
Welcome to Teenish, a podcast by teens for teens. Teenish.
Hi, I'm Eugene.
And I'm Michael.
And we are co-hosts of the podcast Teenish. Michael and I started Teenish to provide an atmosphere for preteens, teens, and young adults. So, a podcast by teens and I guess for teens, basically. So on Teenish, we'll share personal experience from our lives regarding some of the most asked questions from teens. So although we have parents and guardians and family members that we can go to for help, we wanted to provide the same atmosphere, but from a younger perspective. And the reason why it's called Teenish is because, I'm 17.
And I'm 18.
So we're teens, but we're almost not teens as well. So while we're teens, we want to just give some advice to those that may be teens, that are teens, and that may be older than us. So just to provide an atmosphere answering some of the most asked questions. We're going to first talk about how Michael and I met and how long we've been friends and just the whole shebang about us.
Okay, so about 12 years ago, I met Eugene. He was in his first year of first grade, his only year of first grade. I was in my second year of first grade. We met in speech class. I remember having, problems in school and whatnot, so they would pull me out. I'm sure Gene also had those same problems. I remember us being in that together and, getting to know each other through that.
Now, this is his version now, because this is not the way that we met 12 or however many years ago it was. But I'll let him continue. Keep going, Michael.
Well, okay. I do believe that is actually how we met.
Okay.
I had Miss Hatton's class. He had Miss Hutton's class. Those classes were both very intertwined. Miss Hatton and Miss Hutton would both end up becoming Miss Hutton. Anyways, long story short, those classes were very intertwined, and we ended up sharing a class, basically. And through that, we became friends, and we continued our friendship 12 years later.
Yeah, so the things that Michael said towards the end of his story, we, concur about that. I don't know if I used that word correctly, but, it's a big word moment today. But the way that Michael and I remember, I did some math, and we met approximately in the year of 2008, because I was 6 years old when we met.
And I was 7 years old.
Okay, so yeah, because I met Michael in his second year of first grade, and I didn't even know that until, I guess, middle school, or did I know that in elementary?
You knew that around fifth grade, I believe.
Okay, so we met in 2008. See, my story and the story that we've talked about before, and I swear Michael has said, yes, that's how we met, was Michael and I on the playground. And it was on the monkey bars, which I had to explain to him what I was trying to say. So it wasn't the monkey bars, but it was the vertical monkey bars. So it was basically like a metal pole that you can climb up, and you can sit up at the top. Like multiple people can climb up at the same time. But as I digressed, Michael and I, we had second grade with different teachers who taught together. Third grade, the same thing. Fourth grade, we had the same teacher, and I tell you, that class, Michael and I were cutting.
Ooh, man.
We were cutting up like boo the foo, as people say.
Yeah, we got separated.
Yeah, so I had to sit by the teacher, but I was the teacher pet, so I didn't mind. And then fifth grade, we had the same class as well.
Same, yeah.
And so with Michael and I creating just such a strong friendship and elementary school, like our parents knowing each other, me always being at his house, like we're just like we became really close in elementary. So we knew like as we grew up, we'll get even closer, and we continued to get closer and closer in middle school. And unfortunately, in middle school, we did have a minor, like, I'm pretty sure both of us cannot remember like why we stopped being friends for a year.
There was an instance, but he
got a different story. I have the correct story, but I will allow him to continue making up whatever he thinks happened. But as I continue, yeah. So even now, we're in high school. We're seniors, and it's been so fast, like that. My goodness, like we have made it, Michael. We are about to graduate, and we're trying to do something. We're trying to help other people. We're trying to help people like us. And so we're going to talk about some topics that we are going to talk about.
We are going to be talking about mental health as a teen. We are going to be talking about bullying as a teen, as well as sexuality, transitioning from middle school to high school, religion, peer pressure.
Yeah, and so it can be things dealing with middle school, things dealing with high school, also new things that may be coming. So new substances that may be coming up. So like we hear a lot of things on the news about teens getting into smoking, teens getting into drinking, and not only our opinions about it, but the way we have experienced that firsthand through seeing our friends being exposed to these abusive substances, or even us getting bullied, or to even us, having to deal with things. Not only it may be with parents, but family, anything. So that's our goal, is to give an atmosphere and a perspective as a teen for teens, people that may be younger than us or older than us. So we thank you all for listening to this first episode of Teenish, and our goal is to post podcasts every Friday. So you can expect Michael and us every Friday, Teenish. Thanks for listening to the first episode.
Teenish.